What if you could create an online course without spending months writing every lesson, designing every worksheet, or staring at a blank page wondering what to teach? That's where ChatGPT can completely change the process. But there's a problem. A lot of people think they can open ChatGPT, type "create me a course," copy the response, upload it to a course platform, and start making money. That's not a course business. That's just AI-generated information. People don't pay for information they could easily find in a free search. They pay for a structured path that helps them go from where they are now to a specific result. And that's exactly how you should use ChatGPT. Not as the expert replacing you, but as an assistant that helps you research, structure, write, organize, and improve your knowledge into a product people can actually use. In this video, I'll show you how to go from choosing a profitable course topic to creating the lessons, building the course, launching it, and getting your first customers using ChatGPT. The first step is choosing what your course will teach. Don't start by asking, "What course can I make?" Start by asking, "What problem can I help someone solve?" A good course usually takes someone from a specific starting point to a specific desired outcome. For example, instead of creating a vague course called Digital Marketing, you could create a course called How to Get Your First 100 Leads Using Social Media. Instead of Learn Canva, you could teach how to create professional social media content with Canva. The more specific the outcome, the easier it becomes for people to understand why they should buy your course. You also want to make sure there's demand. Look at YouTube, Reddit, social media, online communities, search trends, and existing courses. Pay attention to questions people repeatedly ask and problems they are actively trying to solve. If people are already spending time and money trying to solve a problem, that's a strong signal that a course could potentially work. Once you've chosen your topic, decide exactly who the course is for. Your course shouldn't try to teach everyone. Think about your students' current skill level, goals, challenges, and expectations. Are they complete beginners? Are they already familiar with the subject but struggling to get results? Are they business owners, students, freelancers, employees? This matters because the same topic can require completely different teaching approaches depending on the audience. ChatGPT can help you here. You can describe your target student and ask it to identify their likely questions, objections, challenges, desired outcomes, and knowledge gaps. You can then use those insights to structure your course around the student's actual journey. This is much better than creating lessons based entirely on what you personally think people need to know. Now you can use ChatGPT to help organize your knowledge into a course structure. Start by defining the final outcome you want students to achieve. Then work backward. What does someone need to understand first? What skills do they need before moving to the next stage? What should they be able to do by the end of each module? For example, a course about starting an online business might begin with choosing a business model, move into market research, then product creation, marketing, sales, and finally optimization. ChatGPT can help you generate possible modules, lesson ideas, exercises, quizzes, checklists, and assignments. But don't blindly accept the first outline it gives you. Review it and remove anything unnecessary. A good course should feel like a journey where every lesson has a purpose. Once your structure is ready, it's time to create the actual lessons. This is where ChatGPT can save you a significant amount of time. You can give it your lesson objective and ask it to help you develop explanations, examples, analogies, exercises, discussion questions, or scripts. If you're creating video lessons, you can use ChatGPT to create a first draft of the narration. You can then rewrite it in your own voice and add your personal experience, examples, opinions, and insights. This is important because generic AI content can make your course feel generic. Your experience is what makes the course different. If you personally use the strategy you're teaching, explain what happened. Talk about mistakes you made, what worked, what didn't work, and what you would do differently. Students aren't just buying information, they're buying guidance. One of the easiest ways to increase the value of an online course is to give students tools they can actually use. Don't make the course nothing more than a collection of videos. Add worksheets, checklists, templates, examples, action plans, prompts, assignments, and other practical resources. ChatGPT can help you brainstorm these materials. For example, if you're teaching sales, you could provide an outreach template. If you're teaching content creation, you could provide a content calendar. If you're teaching business planning, you could provide a business plan template. These resources reduce the amount of work students need to do themselves and make the course more practical. Remember, people don't just want to finish your course. They want to accomplish something because they took it. Once your content is ready, decide how students will access it. You could host your course on an established course platform or create your own website and integrate a learning management system. Your choice depends on your budget, technical ability, audience, and the amount of control you want. You don't need an elaborate setup at the beginning. Your priority should be making the learning experience simple. Students should be able to log in, understand where to start, move through the lessons easily, download their resources, and track their progress. The course doesn't need to look like it was produced by a huge education company. It needs to be clear, organized, useful, and professional. Creating the course is only half the business. You still need customers. One of the best ways to market an online course is to create free content around the same problem your course solves. You can use YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, a blog, email marketing, or other platforms where your target audience spends time. For example, if your course teaches people how to start freelancing, you could create free videos about choosing a freelance skill, finding clients, writing proposals, and pricing services. The free content demonstrates your knowledge and attracts people who are already interested in the problem your course solves. You can then introduce your course as the more complete step-by-step system. This is much more effective than simply telling strangers to buy your course. Your first version doesn't need to be perfect. You can launch with a smaller version of the course, collect feedback from students, and improve it over time. Pay attention to where students struggle. Which lessons are confusing? Which resources do they use most? Where do they stop progressing? What questions do they repeatedly ask? Those questions are valuable because they tell you how to improve the product. You can also use student testimonials and results, with permission, to strengthen your marketing. Over time, your course can become better and easier to sell because you're no longer relying entirely on assumptions. You're improving it based on real student experiences. Starting an online course business with ChatGPT doesn't mean letting AI create everything while you sit back and collect money. It means using AI to make the process faster and more efficient while you provide the expertise, judgment, experience, and direction. Choose a problem people want solved. Define the student you're helping. Build a clear transformation around that problem. Use ChatGPT to help structure your lessons, create drafts, develop exercises, and build practical resources. Then package everything into a simple learning experience and start marketing it through useful content. Your first course may not be perfect. That's okay. Launch it, listen to your students, improve the lessons, and continue making the product better. Because the real business isn't selling videos. It's helping someone achieve a result they care about. And if you can combine that transformation with the speed and flexibility of AI, you can build an online course business without needing a massive team or a huge budget. If you found this video useful, like the video, subscribe for more practical online business strategies, and comment below with the course you'd like to create using ChatGPT.